As of May 2026, the power dynamic in Spanish football is heavily skewed in one direction. Barcelona holds the undeniable center of gravity. When Hansi Flick first arrived, the skeptics were loud. Over the last 2 seasons, he silenced them by engineering an absolute machine, securing back-to-back La Liga titles and leaving the rest of the table trailing in his wake. Over in the capital, the mood is drastically different. Real Madrid limped to a second-place finish, sacked their manager, and the dressing room is fracturing under the weight of those failures. The breaking point came in Europe. Bayern Munich dismantled Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals, a humiliating exit that shattered the season and forced ownership to act. Facing total Catalan dominance, Florentino Perez hit the ultimate panic button to stop the bleeding. He authorized a massive buyout clause to rip José Mourinho away from Benfica, locking him into a 2-year mercenary contract to take over the Bernabeu. Real Madrid has stopped pretending to care about the club's traditional aesthetics. They have weaponized the ultimate villain for a single hostile purpose: to tear down Hansi Flick's empire by any means necessary. What makes this incoming clash so fascinating is the sheer tactical friction. We are about to watch the unstoppable force collide head-on with the immovable object. Flick plays a blistering heavy metal style. His players sprint in unison, suffocating opponents with relentless aggressive pressure. This system yields gorgeous attacking sequences and massive goal tallies, but it comes with a glaring vulnerability. Flick insists on holding an incredibly high, exposed defensive line. Mourinho looks at that exposed line and sees a target. He discards aesthetics entirely in favor of deeply cynical, physical, win-at-all-costs defensive pragmatism. He will deploy a dense, unmoving wall of defenders in a deep, low block, perfectly content to absorb pressure and wait for the lethal counterattack. But the actual 90 minutes on the pitch is only half the battle. Mourinho will drag this entire rivalry into the mud of psychological warfare. He will use every press conference to instigate chaos, badger match officials, and do everything in his power to rattle the normally calm German manager. This strategy hinges entirely on pulling Barcelona's harmonious system into a grueling, ugly street fight, just to see if it breaks under the mental strain. This friction is already spilling out of the stadium and into the transfer market. Sitting right at the center of the crossfire is Marcus Rashford. While on loan at Barcelona, Rashford fit Flick's system perfectly, racking up 14 goals and 14 assists. The club has a straightforward £26 million option to buy him permanently. Knowing this, Mourinho is aggressively attempting to hijack the deal. He is leveraging his old Manchester United connections to lure Rashford away, acting purely out of spite to derail his rival's momentum. Inside his own dressing room, Mourinho is equally ruthless. Following a recent physical altercation, Aurelien Tchouameni is being pushed out the door to clear space. To fill that gap, Mourinho has demanded the signing of Sporting CP's captain, Morten Hjulmand, to inject pure grit and hostility directly into Madrid's midfield. These immediate transfer maneuvers make one thing crystal clear: Real Madrid is building a roster optimized for corporate sabotage and physical warfare. The 2026-2027 season turns El Clásico into a collision of 2 irreconcilable ideologies. This rivalry tests whether Flick's high-octane attacking purity can withstand Mourinho's mastery of the dark arts. It is a question of endurance. Will Flick secure a historic 3rd straight title, or will Mourinho's chaos fracture Barcelona's structure? The outcome of this tactical and psychological war will establish which philosophy dominates the Spanish game for the next decade. Who do you think comes out on top? Drop your predictions for Flick versus Mourinho in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our breakdown of Mourinho's highly anticipated first press conference.